Assalamu alaikum. I am Sadia, PhD scholar from Institute of Food Science and Nutrition. First of all, I would like to thank you to providing me opportunity for presenting my research work in 5th ICAZ 2022. The topic of my research work is in vitro antibacterial activity of acetate extracts and solvent fractions against human pathogenic bacteria. The antimicrobial resistance is increasing day by day with more health risks, which mark the question on the development of modern medicines. Every newly developed antibiotic has been faced with a problem of resistance by microorganisms. In accordance with the emergence to failure in controlling antibiotic-resistant pathogens and the development of new microbial infections has stimulated the international community to develop new antibacterial agents. One of the main source in alternative to synthetic antibiotic is the antibacterial agents from plant sources. Plants could be a great source of natural drugs, and recently various pharmaceutical industries have incorporated plant-based compounds in medicinal plants from medicine plants in synthetic drugs. Date fruit has been a subject of interest for many fruit plant growers since last decade because of its significant nutritional value and therapeutic potential. Nearly all parts of date palm trees are used in various ways, but the main part consumed by human is its fruits. Regarding the therapeutic potential, date fruit have been studied in various researches and proved its excellent anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, anti-tumor, and antimicrobial agent properties. The date seeds are less studied in biochemical research, but they have also been reported as strong antioxidant antibacterial agent against certain bacterial infections, especially gram-positive bacteria. The date fruit and their derivatives such as seeds are full of fibers, minerals, antioxidants, and various other phytochemical compounds that may provide or avoid oxidative damage arising from the pathogenic infections. The main objective and aims of this study was to prepare extract with various solvent fractions using ethanol and aqueous as extraction solvent and antibacterial agent activity of date extracts against pathogenic bacteria. Procurement of raw material was done by collecting the acyl date from local market at summer stage. Pits were physically removed after washing the dates with water. Distilled water, the pits were physically removed and shadow dried for 4 days and then pulverized into fine powder. The flesh was stored at 4 degrees Celsius and then stored in plastic bag for further analysis. The quantity of date parts in various hydroethanol solvent fractions was according to the table, 150 gram of each part was whole pit and flesh part was dissolved in 500 ml of respective solvent. Aqueous ethanol 20%, in which aqueous is 80% and ethanol 20%, for ethanol 40%, ethanol 60, ethanol 80, and absolute ethanol extracts were prepared according to the table by adding 150 gram of each part, whole, flesh, and pit in the respective solvent. A whole extract was prepared by adding flesh and pit powder in equal weight. This is the flow line for preparation of acetate extracts. The dates was washed with distilled water. Then deseeding was done manually. Pits was dried in a shadow dried for 4 days. Then grinding into a fine powder. Blending of flesh extract, seed, wheat powder, and whole part was done in a blender. Then extraction was done in a shaking incubator by placing the conical flask in shaking incubator at 35 degrees Celsius for 6 hours. Filtration was done. After filtration, the filtrate was centrifuged at 4500 rpm for 10 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. Then the filtrate was concentrated in a rotary evaporated at 3000 rpm for 30 degrees Celsius until 1/4 of the original volume was remained. The storage after that, the extract was stored at minus 20 degrees Celsius for further analysis. Collection of bacterial strains. The bacterial strains were collected from microbiology lab, Institute of Food Science and Nutrition. The bacterial isolates used were Bacillus subtilis, Escherichia coli, Klebsiella pneumonia, and Pseudomonas aeruginosa. The preservation of these bacterial strains were done in a nutrient medium, which were incubated at 35 degrees Celsius for 24 hours prior to antibacterial assay. The antibacterial activity was done with this diffusion method, in which the culture was prepared at 3 × 10⁵ CFU per ml concentration. The bacterial cultures were incubated for 24 hours in nutrient aggregating petri dishes at 35 degrees Celsius. Paper discs of each extract were placed on the surface of the inoculated media and incubated at 37 degrees Celsius for 24 hours. Kanamycin 30 microgram was used as positive control. Zone of inhibition was measured in nearby areas of disc. Research shows that significant inhibition of bacterial growth was done by date extracts, while among all parts, whole exhibited the excellent inhibitory effect, and among the solvent fraction, 60% fraction showed the highest inhibition. It was also found that whole extract was highly antibacterial in ethanol 60%. Peat extract exhibited strong antibacterial activity in absolute ethanol, while flash extract was good in aqueous medium. These antibacterial activities of date extracts might be due to phytochemicals in the compounds in them. The mean square values of each solvents, parts in solvent to part interaction showed that significant inhibition was done against all tested pathogenic bacteria, against Bacillus subtilis, E. coli, Klebsiella pneumoniae, and Pseudomonas aeruginosa. The interaction between solvent and date parts for antibacterial activity against Bacillus subtilis showed that ethanol 60% showed the highest inhibition among all other solvents, that is 14.44 millimeter zone of inhibition, while among the parts, whole, peat, and flash, whole showed the highest zone of inhibition, followed by peat and flash part. Antibacterial activity against E. coli showed that ethanol 60% exhibited the highest zone of inhibition among all other solvents, while among the whole parts, whole exhibited the highest zone of inhibition, while peat and flash part exhibited the least zone of inhibition. The interaction between solvents and date part for antibacterial activity against Klebsiella pneumoniae showed that ethanol 60% solvent fraction showed the highest zone of inhibition, while among the parts, whole and peat part showed almost a similar zone of inhibition against Klebsiella pneumoniae, while flash part showed less inhibition. Antibacterial activity against Pseudomonas aeruginosa showed that ethanol 60% showed the highest zone of inhibition, while among the parts, whole exhibited the highest zone of inhibition, while peat and flash part showed less zone of inhibition as compared to whole part. On the basis of above study, it was concluded that a seal date part, especially whole part, was highly effective against gram-positive bacteria, Bacillus subtilis, and gram-negative bacteria, E. coli, Klebsiella pneumoniae, Pseudomonas aeruginosa, with high zone of inhibition, followed by peat and flash extracts. The results further concluded that whole part of a seal is highly recommended for the treatment of infectious disorders, which might be due to high concentration of phytochemical compounds and their strong antioxidant activity. It is strongly recommended that a seal date should be incorporated as a protective agent against certain pathogenic infections by adding them in different foods during food processing in food industries, and also in manufacturing of antibiotics in pharmaceutical industries. Thank you.